So I try to make content that's not super political. I really just want to bring content that makes people happy and can kind of get a break away from this crazy world that we live in. But this one just hits home for so many reasons. You didn't hear on the news, there was an incident that happened at a school today. Reasons I can't say on the internet, but another incident happened. If you don't know already, I used to be a teacher, and I used to be a teacher actually in Minneapolis. First of all, condolences to these families and everyone at the school and the city and state of Minneapolis, Minnesota. We are all grieving right now. As much as we don't want this to be a political issue, it is. And I want to give a space where you can actually help. When I was watching a lot of these videos, I was reading through a lot of these comments. A lot of them are just arguing with each other. They want to blame whoever the president is or whoever the former president is or policies that need to be changed, which they do. They do. However, change won't happen fast enough, and even if change happens, there's instances like this where people who want to get their hands a hold of these kind of things can. So if you actually want change, this is the one thing that I can say as a former teacher: you need to say yes to funding at schools. And right now we are failing our schools. Our schools aren't even funded enough for curriculum, let alone safety. So how do you do this? Depending on where you live, you have the option to vote if you want your schools in your district to have funding. It's a yes or a no ballot. Yes, they get the funding. No, they don't. You would think that a lot of people would be voting yes, but unfortunately there is a lot of people campaigning to vote no. And people often are like, why would you even say no? It's because their taxes will go up on their house, which that's what you're voting on. And at the end of the day, it really shouldn't come down to the people. It should come down to the government who has the funding to do so. Why is it coming back down to the people who live there? The only way to really help at this point is to make sure that schools are equipped and are given enough funding to provide safety. We need to make sure our schools are safe because bills aren't going to be changing anytime soon. That's what it comes down to. And if you want to do that, you need to vote for funding in schools. Otherwise, history just repeats itself.